The Aztecs were not what you think: secrets, myths, and mind-blowing facts. Wait, don't you dare click away. If you think the Aztecs were just serious dudes with giant feather hats sacrificing people all day, well, get ready to have your brain absolutely exploded, figuratively, not the way they did it. Because today, I'm going to reveal the secrets, myths, and absurdly fascinating facts about a civilization more complicated than your last love life. Before you start yelling, "I had no idea," smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. Do it now before you forget, like you forgot your gym membership. Put on your imaginary feather headdress, and let's jump back in time. First, a little clarity for you, my confused little friend. Aztecs is just a nickname. They called themselves Mexica, like Mexico, you know, the country with all the delicious tacos. They were a migrant group from a mythical place called Aztlan. Sounds like a bodybuilding gym, but nope, it was their promised land. After wandering around more lost than you looking for free Wi-Fi, they finally hit the Valley of Mexico. And there, in a swamp nobody would have posted on Instagram, they built the epic city of Tenochtitlán. A city that floated. Yeah, they built cities on lakes while you're still struggling with IKEA furniture. Tenochtitlán was the jewel of the Americas. Picture it: navigable canals, floating gardens, chinampas, giant markets with more variety than your local overpriced organic store, and temples that scrape the sky. In fact, the Tlatelolco market was so big that Spanish conquistadors, professional exaggerators, said it was better organized than any market in Europe. Imagine Hernán Cortés having a full-on existential crisis. Holy guacamole, these people are better at shopping than us. Hey, if you're loving this trip through history, hit that like button right now. It helps way more than you think. Okay, let's talk about what you're really here for. Sacrifices. Yes, the Aztecs practiced human sacrifices. But, and here's the part your school skipped, it wasn't because they were evil. Their religion believed that the sun needed human energy to keep rising every morning. Literally, they thought that if they didn't offer hearts now and then, the world would shut down like a cheap cell phone. And honestly, looking at today's world, maybe they had a point. And before you go, how barbaric, remember that Europe was busy burning women as witches while wearing ridiculous tights and powdered wigs. Perspective, my friend. Did you know the Aztecs invented a kind of superfood called chia? Yup, the same overpriced seeds you sprinkle on your sad smoothie bowl. They were also masters of eco-engineering. Their floating gardens were so efficient they fed hundreds of thousands of people without pesticides or WhatsApp miracle recipes. And their aqueduct systems, so advanced many modern towns are still trying to catch up. Looking at you, public water services. Aztec warriors were no joke. They didn't fight for land or revenge, they fought to capture enemies alive for sacrifice. Imagine, you had to beat your opponent and not kill them. It was like playing Mortal Kombat on Nightmare mode. And the elite warriors, like the Jaguars and the Eagles, rocked outfits so extra they looked like professional cosplayers. Feathers, skins, jewels, total deadly fashion icons. Meanwhile, you can barely remember deodorant before leaving the house. But of course, everything good must be ruined by Europeans. When Hernán Cortés arrived in 1519, the Aztecs thought they might be gods. Spoiler, they were just sweaty white dudes with bad manners. Thanks to disease, betrayal, and military tech, the Spanish brought down the Aztec Empire in just a few years. Imagine, the Mexica built one of the most advanced civilizations on Earth, and got taken out by people who thought bathing was optional. The irony smells worse than a conquistador in August. But listen up, my semi-evolved friend. The Mexica culture is still alive. It's in the Nahuatl language spoken across Mexican communities. It's in place names like Chapultepec and Coyoacán. It's in the hearts of millions who, despite everything, keep dancing, singing, growing, and fighting. And it's alive in you. Every time you eat a taco, every time you savor chocolate, every time you fight for something bigger, even if it's just a Twitter argument. So next time someone says the Aztecs were just bloodthirsty savages, show them this video, with love and righteous vengeance. Don't forget to comment below on which fact blew your mind the most. Hit that like button and subscribe so you won't miss our next myth-busting adventure full of love and sarcasm. See you next time on our next wild ride through history.